Hi and welcome to Mill Street Ice Cream and Popcorn Shop. This is the man who started it all, John Seeley. We're going to take you through the shop here.
Folks, welcome to the popcorn shop. My daughter Katie's on the other end here. She's doing the filming, and I'd just like to show you our popcorn here. If you look around, we developed some racks that we wanted our popcorn to easily be displayed and make it easy for the, well, you know, for the people to look at and decide what they wanted to buy. In addition to that, one of the things we do as soon as they come in, or not as soon as they come in, but we show them to our sample table. And here we have all of our samples. And what we'll do is we'll give them a cup, and then we'll give them a sample. It's a little more sanitary this way, and then they try it. It just so happens our maple, this maple here, has been our latest and greatest. And I took my original caramel corn recipe and tinkered with it, and we had to adjust it. We use maple syrup from Rollison Brothers, who are just down the street here. I've known them for years. But it's just got a nice little additional maple flavor to it. Now, another popular one that we have is our white chocolate cherry. All right. And I'm kind of proud of this one. We were making this at Christmas time. We were going for a red and green one. And we kind of got the cherry perfected. And Katie said, boy, we ought to drizzle some white chocolate on it. So we did, and that night I think we all ate the whole pan of it. It was pretty tasty. And then we developed a white chocolate caramel with sprinkles. Sam made that one, or figured that one out. And all of our maple has
This is Sam.
made in
Hi, Sam.
Pennsylvania, made in Pennsylvania sticker on it because it has, well, Pennsylvania maple syrup. When I first started this, the popcorn shop, I knew we needed some larger size popcorn and caramel corn making equipment. And we put the popcorn in here, and it'll pop out 5 gallons at a time. And from there, we put it in our tubs. And then when we're making caramel corn, just a minute, let me get one of our mixes here. I'm kind of proud of this caramel corn recipe because it's we buy our supplies locally at Barnstead Pantry, and we use, I shouldn't give this secret away, but we use cane sugar instead of white sugar. It's a little less sweet, but it gives it a little better flavor. But anyway, to make the caramel corn, what we do is we add this to our caramel corn mixer and with water, and that heats it up, kind of turns it into the candy, and then we dump 10 gallons of popcorn in here, and it stirs it. Once it's all stirred up, we tip it up at an angle, let it kind of mix some more, and then we dump it out onto our mixing table over here. And we were going to show you or make a batch, but anyway. And then from there we take our scoops and we cool it, we mix it till it cools, and then we bag it up. Here's a quick look at this popper in here. Kind of an expensive piece of equipment. It works real well for us. first started, we were a little uncertain on how to bag the popcorn, and we found this system works really well for us. Um, the bags of popcorn have they have a zip seal on them. This is a moisture barrier plastic, and then we heat seal it. We've decided to go this way instead of packaging things in tins. Tins are expensive, and when we first started, we did have a plastic tub. But we found that we kept saying, well, folks, this is best bang for your buck is out of these bags. You get the most popcorn and for your money. So we're kind of proud of our shop. We like experimenting with different flavors, and that's that.
So, just really quick, if you could just explain to them briefly where your love of popcorn came from.
Good question. Well, when I was a boy, there's a place called there's a Sears and Roebuck's up in Elmar. My mother and father would take all us kids up to Elmar to buy our school clothes. And in Sears and Roebuck's, they had a caramel corn machine. And my brother Ray and I would stand and watch that caramel corn thing make the caramel, tumble it. And that always stuck with me, that smell and the taste of it, and Mom would buy us some. And I just thought, that's where it came from. That really stuck with me. And I don't know, just something I always wanted to do. And I did it.
The other quick thing I wanted to mention about our caramel corn and then all of our flavors in general is that we don't use any corn syrup at all.
No.
All of our sugars are pure sugar, brown sugar, so there's no corn syrup in our sweeter popcorns.
Yeah. Now the recipe, I got it from an old guy. I'm not going to go into any more detail in that other than I really searched for quite a while until I found a recipe from this fellow. And he made it for years, and he was real excited to show it to me. And it's not a mix. You can buy mixes, but this isn't. We mix it here ourselves, make it here ourselves. The flavors, well, it's just fun to try the different flavors, and I think people enjoy coming in and trying different things.
How many do we have?
We have about 20 different flavors, and one of the more, believe it or not, one of the more popular ones that we made by mistake. Let me get this one, this white cheddar salt and vinegar. Now, if you ask me, I'll blame Katie for this, and if you ask Katie, she'll blame me. We were making popcorn one night, and I had made a tub of salt and vinegar, and I'd set it to one side. And then Katie accidentally picked it up, thinking it was ready to be made white cheddar cheese, and she made white cheddar. So, in essence, we mixed the two together. And we were going to throw it out, and Katie said, let's try it. And she's just got a nice combination of flavors to it, and been one of our most popular flavors.
Yes, we find that for anyone that has a taste for salt, they do happen to love the white cheddar salt and vinegar.
Another thing that locally we tried I'm a retired shop teacher from Troy High School, and one of the National Honor Society did a fundraiser using our popcorn, and I printed the labels up for them, and we've got two other schools that we're working with they're going to be doing a fundraiser. And one of the things is I'll design a label for them, to give it a little more of a custom touch to it.
Could you just tell everyone a little bit about your designing of labels and maybe like the program that you use and how many years you've been working with that program?
with graphics.
Yeah.
Well, years ago I had a sign shop, and I used Corel Draw to design the graphics. And at school where I taught, I taught AutoCAD, and I loved the graphics program. We're fortunate in down the street, the sign business I sold that years ago. Um, but when it came time to start selling our popcorn, I came up with this carousel concept, on our caramel corn. This carousel.
That's carousel horses.
So, 1 Mill Street, we live on, our house is on the corner here. And I like carving carousel horses. And the design just evolved. Um, we're lucky there's fellas down the street, they do signs, and they've been printing our labels up. And I don't know, it just kind of adds to our product. Does that answer your question, Katie?
Yes, and then really briefly, could you just tell us a little bit about our location? So we're right on the historical Route 6.
Yes.
The town that we live in is Sylvania, which was here before the larger town 4 miles from us, Troy, PA.
Yes.
And it's really just a small, quaint little town, and there's several small local businesses that are really thriving here, and we're really happy to be a part of that. And what has happened recently is that we decided to add soft serve ice cream to our local shop. So we're now serving ice cream and milkshakes on Sundays, and we've been very successful with that so far. And it's just really great to have the community walk down here, So
Yeah, the ice cream has been a real. it, what's been nice about it is people come in, they'll buy an ice cream cone and they'll buy a bag of popcorn, and of course, as you can imagine, we're excited about that. Katie, by the way, makes the best sundaes. She really does. She just has that touch, and she gets just the right amount of syrup on it. And one of my favorites is the butterscotch, kind of like that. What else you want to talk about, Katie?
Well, just aside from Dad here and myself, we also have Sam, our worker, who spends a lot of time here at Mill Street helping us make operations possible, as well as my fiance Shane, who's not in the building at the moment, but it certainly has taken a lot of people from our community and a lot of us to help make this possible. So we obviously haven't done it alone, and hope to just continue to make more popcorn and make people happy. So thanks for taking the time with us to share this video, and come check us out at Mill Street Caramel Corn on Facebook, or our website is www.millstreetcaramelcorn.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.